In Irish.
There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Now we're live.
Now we're live.
Oh, we weren't live before.
No, I thought we were live.
Okay, so you thought I was
Dylan
bloody
saves the
having a
day.
lovely time there live as well.
Yeah.
And, oh, never mind. So for those over on YouTube, we thought that we were live in the background
We
while
thought
we
we
were
were
setting
in.
up, and we weren't.
Yeah, that is my bad.
So, but we are now.
We're live now. I
But
Well,
thought-
let's just go for it. We've got 4 people on Facebook.
19.
Morning, people on Facebook. Okay. It's been one of them days again. It's
yeah.
Pat and
Always.
Sell Monday.
Always one of them days.
Right then. Good morning. And welcome to episode 71 of the Pat and Sell podcast.
Morning.
It's Mad Monday.
Yeah, it is.
Mad Monday.
I've been
I
on
can
it
feel it in
today.
my bones already. Good morning, everybody over on Facebook. We've got 7 people so far. Just seeing myself with my gloves on. It's a bit cold in the studio today, and I've got nails that I need to tuck in and hide because I haven't had time to have my nails
You're wearing
done.
the wrong gloves to hide nails.
No, look, I can do that. I can keep my fingers warm. I can
It's like a Japanese finger trap.
cover my nails. Got really bad nails. I've just been so busy. 5.5 weeks worth of growth. When I go to the shop now and I hand over whatever, I'm like trying to hand things over and
you-
tuck my nails in.
using your knuckles like that?
Hands are So yeah, but I've got gloves on for 2 reasons: try and cover me silly nails and to keep my hands warm. Anyway, what date is it? 20th of January, mate.
Mhm.
20th of January.
Yep.
Fucking hell, the year's gonna fly by, isn't it? I can feel it. But it's
Yeah.
gonna be a good year. You know, you just feel like this is gonna be a really good year.
Yeah.
I got that from 1st of January. a Happy New Year. I was like, I can just feel it in my bones. 2025 is gonna be a really boss year.
I think so.
Got loads of great things planned.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. We've got some dates as well for our live shows that we've got. But
Oh, like the lives.
yeah, I haven't got them to hand. I'm so disorganised this morning. But just so you all know, those who want to come to our live event at Townhouse on the Wirral, there's one at the end of April and there's one in the middle of November. I think it's around the 15th. But I'm going to be releasing the dates next week. I'm going to be releasing tickets next week as well.
Ooh,
I'm
get
releasing
tickets.
We need to get our heads together and decide what the hell we're going to do. I mean, I've got loads of ideas. I just need to discuss them with you. Because I haven't.
It's a yeah from me.
So yes, live from Townhouse, live on stage. You can come and see us and interact with us on stage. You know what? The last time was boss, wasn't it? We had
was
competitions
fun.
and games,
Yeah.
and audience were getting involved and stuff. And
It was
loads
really
of them
fun.
have been asking when the next one is. We've got people already booked to hotels
Hmm?
for the next one. Yeah, I've obviously given the date to some people, and they've booked hotels already.
These far away people, aren't they?
All these far away people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got some people saying hello. Sylv. Oh yeah, Sylv. Earl's with us again. He's like a proper fan. Amy Louise. Beautiful people. Love your podcast so much. Oh, Tar Amy. Good morning from Canada. We have people literally from all over the world, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody on YouTube saying hello?
Pesh was asking, have
Oh.
you moved the November one earlier? I don't
Yeah.
think I can come now.
I've had to, unfortunately. Yeah. I did say the dates weren't set in stone, but the April one is still going to talk about Pesh. Look at these I've got sent over. I need to do this and hide me bad nails. Look. Can you see them? I don't think you can zoom in.
They are really
I'm not
good.
doing very well at hiding my nails.
You know,
Oh, I need to put them down and make myself sick.
everyone look at the nails.
No! But they're like Pat and Sell podcast decorations, aren't they, boss? They're really good. I don't want to show my nails. Okay. Thank you very much. They're really lovely. Right. So, without further ado, oh, hello from Wisconsin. All these Americans, they're going to be seeing
yeah?
Trump getting inaugurated today.
I know, yeah.
We're going to talk about that in a minute.
Did you see the TikTok ban?
Yeah, not to do with Trump, like. It's the Chinese,
It
they're
lasted
supposedly
about
using
6
all the
hours.
information, selling all the information
Have
on
you
TikTok.
seen some of the questions they asked them?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Can
It's
TikTok
ridiculous.
talk to the aeroplane?
Yeah.
What?
All this thing about sharing information to the Chinese are going to be using it maliciously. I'm like, that fucking ship sailed years ago.
Yeah.
As soon as you get a mobile phone and log on to stuff on the internet, I think that's it. Your information's out there, really, isn't it? So what the
Yeah.
hell?
Oh,
Yeah.
hilarious.
Somebody said, hope it's a great year for you and the Kinky crew. I will be,
will
definitely
be.
will be. Yeah.
It will be.
Right, before we move on, I just want to say thank you to our armed forces around the world. Thank you for your service. But especially our fly boys and girls out in Iraq. Apparently you watch us.
No way.
Yeah. And I'm dead chuffed about it. So hello to the fly boys and fly girls out in Iraq. But everybody else, if you do tune in, thank you very much for tuning in. But thank you for your service.
That's fucking mental, that.
Yeah. Yeah.
No
Somebody
way.
that we know has, I don't really want to say who he is, but a relative
Yeah.
who's in the RAF in Iraq and he tunes in. And watches them do as
No
well.
way.
Yeah. I'm well chuffed.
Here we go.
So Wales War 3, if it kicks off, we're going to be entertaining the troops.
Oh, we'll be there on the stage.
I don't know about there, like I don't want to blow myself up in the
You've
name of
got to.
entertainment. So
You-
just do it for me, thanks.
No, you've got to go.
I'm not going out to Iraq.
You've got to go.
You can go.
No, you
can
can
be
go.
the representative at the padded cell.
You
I can do it from here, and you
no.
can do it from there. And
You
we
can do the
hook up.
mine sweeping with your.
Why would I do that and blow myself up? I mean, I don't know. I've got a very long bullwhip. Do
There you go.
you think a 6-foot bullwhip's enough to bullwhip the landmines and not blow myself up?
It depends what type of explosive it is. I don't want to get into it, but
And I'm not going to try it either.
a small one, I reckon you could do.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Anyway, so 20th of January every 4 years in the US is Inauguration Day. So, coming of a new president and passing of the last one and all that.
Yeah.
And there are people over in the US who voted for Trump and they're really happy with the vote and everything. But there's all not happy with this. And, I don't want to get political and all the rest of it, but I just want to reach out to all of our
The comment section.
Oh, yeah. Somebody's just said that actually. YouTube's gone squiffy, guys. We're on it. We're on it.
There we are, we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Okay. So apparently we've been going on and
Sorry,
off on
guys.
YouTube. Sorry about that. Cordelia in the background is on it. See, technology's boss when it works.
On it.
I was going to say on it like a bonnet, but we don't know her well enough yet.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
So on this day in 1930, Buzz Aldrin was born.
What a guy.
Do you know who Buzz Aldrin is? I haven't got to
Yes.
explain who that is.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was the second man to walk on the moon, having arrived on Apollo 11 in 1969 with Neil Armstrong and Michael Collins. You don't really hear about Michael Collins.
You don't? No. No.
But imagine, right, so you're the first men to land and walk on the moon. I'd be elbowing Neil Armstrong out the way.
Oh, fucking
I'd be like that.
right.
Get to fuck. I'm being the first person to step foot on the moon.
Do you reckon
Because-
while they were going up there, they would like paper, scissors, stone and see who went
Flipping a
first?
coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, flipping a nickel.
Yeah.
Who's going to get, was it nickels back then? Flipping a nickel to see who's going to walk on the moon first.
Yeah.
But I'd just be like, he'd be like about to step out. I'd be like, that fucking no chance. Grab him by the neck. Off your fuck. I'm being first on the moon.
It'd be zero grav, wouldn't it? So as soon as he went up, just throw him up.
That's it, yeah. Oops. Certainly not the first man on the moon now.
Only two of us made it back. Don't know what happened.
But imagine that, being the first person to walk on the moon.
That'd be
That's
amazing.
Mad, that, isn't it? Yeah.
Amazing, yeah.
And also, it's Gary Barlow's birthday. You know Gary Barlow.
Happy birthday, guys.
Yeah, from boy band Take That. He's 53 and still in a boy band. What are you
band,
too
no.
old for a boy band? Do you still call yourself a boy band
Is
when
it a
you're
man
53?
band?
A man band doesn't sound quite
Dad
right, does
band.
it? A dad band, yes.
Dad band could be something,
I don't know
couldn't
what
it?
they're all dads like, but they look like dads, don't they?
Dad band.
A dad band?
Mm-hmm.
Should send that over to Gaz and
Yeah.
suggest it. Look, mate,
Get him
you're
to coin it.
53. You're not a boy.
No.
You're a
Hashtag
dad.
band.
Dad band. There you go.
There we are.
What somebody else is saying there. I'd let somebody else touch it first, so if they get eaten, I can close the door. That's the walking on the moon. I like that. I like that idea.
Oh, do you know what I watched the other night? Because Mrs. G's been away, so I've been watching films every night. The new Alien film.
I haven't seen it. Is it
A-
good? Is it
Alien
worth watching?
Romulus.
Actually, I haven't seen it.
Shit, it's good, you know.
I don't know whether I have now.
It's the only Alien film where I've been sat there and I've been going, oh, shit.
Really? You weren't like entranced with the previous Alien films?
I was, but
I
like
was.
this is the first one where I've been like, oh fuck that, I wouldn't do that.
Alien 3 was my favourite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Sigourney Weaver was kick-ass in it. She's not one of the ones that are fancy, even though she probably should be, really,
Yeah,
my type,
yeah.
yeah. The skinhead. But, I don't know, I thought she was dead kick-ass in it. And
She
you
is.
were like a little, maybe I did quite fancy her,
The
with a
vest.
little green vest and the tags.
Yeah. It's a look, innit?
And a
See?
skinhead. I do. There's movements.
That's
Even
why we
thought
need
about
to.
it.
That's why we need to go to Iraq.
Sigourney Weaver's not going to be in Iraq.
Yeah, no, but you'll get the
Oh,
green,
you mean
the green
girls
vest and the
with and
tags.
boys
Yeah,
with
yeah.
green vest tops and tags.
Stay in your fucking element.
Oh, come here, grab them by the tags. Oh, anyway. Oh, somebody's currently on a cruise ship. Oh, very nice. What
Oh,
cruise
that's
ship you on,
nice.
Becca? Very nice, yeah.
But Predator's my favourite alien.
Is it? Alien versus Predator.
Fucking yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Do you know what?
Predator.
Talk about Take That. Going back to Take That. I don't think I've told this story before to myself. I'm going to tell it
Here we
again.
go.
Because
Seatbelts
why
on.
not? Me and Jim went to see Robbie Williams in
love to see
Ireland years
Robbie.
ago. In it's Slade Stadium. Don't know. Jim will be shouting at me now, going, it's this. And we're at the very, very back and top. We couldn't have been
Yeah.
further away from Robbie Williams. Robbie Williams is like a little ant on the stage. Obviously it's on the screen. But I had one of them really old phones. I feel like I've sold this recently. I don't know. Sorry if I have. One of them really old Nokia phones. And I was filming like Robbie Williams on stage and he was singing Angels as well as everything else. When I watched it back, all you can hear is me singing Robbie Williams songs. You could see Robbie Williams, you couldn't hear Robbie Williams. All you could hear was me, top of my voice. And do it all. Yeah. And it was out of tune because I couldn't hear myself.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was having the best
Having a
time.
good time.
But I'd look back at it every now and then and go, oh, I was having the fucking best time of my life there. Can't hear Robbie like, but I was having a great time.
Yeah.
Right. I just want to mention something that's happened to you recently. On the back of the Only Flaps reel
No.
that we released a few days ago.
God.
If you haven't watched it, it's all over social media. It's had 115,000 likes
Fuck
on
off, has it?
Facebook. Yeah, and I don't know, tons and tons of shares. But we mentioned Only Flaps, didn't we?
Yes.
And you said people need to get on the OnlyFans.
Yes.
And ever since then, your OnlyFans has gone through the roof. People have been asking left, right, and centre. Wow, I'd love to see Ryan's OnlyFans. Can I have the link?
Oh,
So
it's fucking
I have been
explosive.
sharing it with everybody. Anybody who wants it.
See, I've always had one, and I've always just left it there, and just if you find it, you find it, and you
Yeah.
know if you want to sub whatever. But I've never really promoted it, so I've always been used to having like one or two fans, like
One or two fans. God love you.
any one time. I'm 56 now.
But that reel only went out on Thursday.
Oh my
So
God,
since
I know.
Thursday to today, you've gained 53
Yeah,
OnlyFans.
it's fucking mental.
You best get your dick in your hand now, mate, and take some photos
I
because
have
the
been.
fans are wanting some content. Oh, you have been?
I have been
So how was your weekend? Great dick in hand the whole time.
dick in fan.
So all your gay followers need some content now.
I know.
Because if you've got a content plan.
No, but
No, but you will.
I've cleared the space in the house to take photos and
Fucking hell, what
done all
sorts of
that.
content you're looking to create if you've cleared a space in the house?
have to sub and find out.
Oh, I've got to sign up, have I? Is it going to be suitable for my
Stop it.
delicate eyes? Do you think I'd have to shy away? I don't know what I'd think if I saw your pictures with your dick in your hand, to be honest. Because, like, we're
I
mates,
know
aren't we? And-
it's very matey, isn't it?
yeah. I mean,
We are of that world, but
no, we are. But, I mean, don't get me wrong, I probably wouldn't look away.
stop.
So I probably wouldn't look away. But I don't know, I'd be like, oh, it's like my brother having his dick in his hand. I'm not sure whether it should look. I'd be like that. Through my fingers.
Jim, tell me what it's like.
Get Jimmy on there. Oh, Joe from Tasmania in Australia. Good morning, Joe.
Oh God.
Somebody's just said, only flaps on Facebook. Brilliant. So, yeah, if you're interested in, I was going to say my flaps then. No. If you're interested in Ryan's OnlyFans, let me know.
Not
I'll
my
send you the
flaps.
link. And apparently he's going to loads of content for you. Right, how long have we been going, please, Cordelia?
You've been going for
About 10 minutes or so?
12.
12!
Probably a bit more than that.
Oh, we are. Shelby said, I've never been so tempted to subscribe to someone's OnlyFans than I have now.
Oh my God.
Right, so you need to make your content relevant for everybody.
It is.
You know, not just your gay fans.
Yeah, it's
So jock straps and sports socks is fine for your gay fans, but ladies, not quite.
no, it's
Hey,
multicultural.
that's a tip, though. I don't know whether you've looked at me. I've watched a bit of gay porn every time. But gay men love jock straps and sports socks and clean trainers and like nice grooming and stuff.
Okay.
You know, and even though they can't smell you, stick aftershave on as well and say, I'm fucking smelling gorgeous tonight, guys. Yeah. Do you know what? I'll direct your OnlyFans content for you.
Okay, here we go.
Behind the screen, though, 'cause I can't look at you, Willie.
like that recording.
Like that. Are you rubbing it up and down? Faster! Faster!
Like your fingering video. You know, grab it like that.
Fucking hell. I love Mondays. Anyway, I
God.
think we need to oh, what's this? Got some other little comments coming up. Gotta get artistic. Exactly. Gotta get artistic
My
for the
pictures
fans.
are artistic.
So we're going to let Facebook go. If you want to carry on watching us, you can go to patreon.com/The Podcast. If not, this episode will be released on Thursday. So we'll see you then. In the meantime, have a great day. And to all the Americans out there celebrating President Trump coming into power, celebrating or whatever it is that you will be doing.
Yep.
Good luck.
Drinking.
Happy Monday. Woo! Right. Ending live broadcast. Have we actually gone? Yes, we have. Okay. So, hello to all of our Patreons. We've got loads of Patreons now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What are we
loads
on?
of Patreons. Obviously, we get new people, but some of our Patreons have been with us from day one, sticking with us.
Yeah.
Really, really appreciate you all. Thank you. So, hello to everybody over on Patreon, including our OGs, good morning, and our new followers, Chanel, Caris, Neil, V, and Catherine. Chanel, like that.
Welcome to the madhouse.
Welcome to the dark side. Right, so, on this day, 20th of January, 1936, King George V died in Sandringham House after a long battle with emphysema. And I think he had pleurisy. Pleurisy is dead painful.
Ooh.
Jim's had pleurisy.
Yeah?
Yeah. As you breathe, and like the pleural membrane that covers like your lungs and everything, that gets inflamed and infected. And every time you breathe, the pain, you got like a band of pain right round there. It's
fuck
really
that.
bad. Yeah. Anyway, King George had that as well as emphysema. And he died on this day in 1936. That's the Queen's the Queen's dad. You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but you know now.
No, I
Okay.
don't know.
So the Queen that's dead, her dad. Yeah.
Okay.
But what a lot of people don't know about George V and his death, he was assisted. He was euthanized.
No way.
Did you know that, Cordelia?
I actually did know that. I
Oh,
think.
did you? Fucking,
Because-
she's clever, isn't she?
Wasn't it for? Am I going to spoil it if I say why?
No.
Was in it for the papers or something? Like the newspaper was gonna, so they were gonna print on the morning. So I'm messing this up. I don't remember.
So
Something to do with the press.
You're saying like he had to die because of the press
Yeah,
at a certain time?
yeah, because they wanted to print the story.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Oh,
I've
or
heard that.
something.
That hasn't been corroborated,
Oh,
but
okay,
yeah, I've heard that.
Wow.
So basically, this secret about around his death was buried for years. The royal physician, Lord Dawson, had made loads of notes, obviously medical notes, and they'd been stashed. Anyway, they'd been released a few decades ago, and it's stated here that the king was suffering really, really badly, and Queen Mary and Edward, who would be Edward VIII after him, so they didn't want to see him suffer anymore, and you know, it's anything you can do, but they didn't order his death. They just said, "Oh, just can't see him suffer." And so, according to the records, he took it upon himself. So there's nothing there to say that he was
Yeah.
ordered by anybody.
Yeah.
I think he was.
Mm.
There's no way the king's physician would take it upon himself and make a note of it that he had basically murdered the king. There's no way.
100%.
There's no way.
Yeah.
But he said that he did it single-handedly. Nobody else knew. And also Queen Mary was really, really, really religious, so I don't think she would have okayed it.
Yeah.
But maybe Edward, the son, might have.
Little rat.
You never know, because he was going to go on to be king.
Yeah.
He
cunt.
abdicated, like. He went met Mrs. Simpson, the twice divorced Mrs. Simpson, and abdicated from the throne. Do you know this?
No.
Oh my God,
I've got
Ryan!
no interest in the royal family.
Did you not do history in school?
Yeah, I
You
just
just
didn't
didn't
pay
listen?
attention. No, our history teacher used to come in. You go, Miss, how are your cats? She had 9 cats, and she'd just tell you about the cats all this.
So there was no history whatsoever.
No.
God, what a waste, man. What a waste.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the king was given 2 injections into the neck. Don't know why the neck. It's a bit brutal, isn't it?
Yeah.
3/4 grams of morphine and 1 gram of cocaine, which, you know, that's a decent amount in one go in your neck. And he died about an hour later peacefully. He was fucking monged off his head, wasn't he? That's why. He was high as a kite.
Fucking hell.
And so he just died because his lungs just went, I'm high, I'm
I'm
gone.
fucking
Ugh.
his heart.
That's it, heart and lungs, yeah. So this is 1936, and this physician took it upon himself to basically assist the king in dying. And it was the right thing to do, I think, at that time. He was very, very, very poorly and had been for a while. The country needed a leader. The family needed some kind of resolution of some sort, even though, you know, they're obviously very sad. And there are rumours that, you know, the papers are waiting to print the news of the king's death, and they almost orchestrated the death to meet the media. I think that's bullshit, to be honest with you. But you know what? It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. But it made me look at some facts around assisted dying.
Got you. John said into the neck, quick route to the heart.
Yeah, well, I suppose all like your main arteries and everything are there, aren't they? But
Probably,
it's just a
yeah.
bit brutal, isn't it? The king.
Oh, fucking right, yeah.
I mean, nowadays, you get a cannula, wouldn't you, into your hand?
Yeah.
And it would all be, you know, done very nicely. But that's a bit brutal. Like that. That's like a dominatrix would do. Yeah.
Spanks has just come on and said about the mug.
Hey.
So yeah.
Can you see it? Right, for those
Wanker.
who aren't watching, describe it.
You haven't got your queen cunt, have you?
It's in my case.
Yeah. So when Vic described their glass, you
Yeah. I did.
didn't you?
Yeah.
It's the same greeny yellow as yours, isn't it?
It's fluorescent yellow.
Fluorescent yellow, greeny
Yeah.
yellow. And it's got a black square on it and an anchor and a W before the wanker. Before the
wanker. I
fucking
says
wanker.
wanker.
Yeah, so it's me wanker cup. Spanks got me, so thank you.
Yeah. Right.
Wank you.
Okay. So I'm going to talk a little bit about assisted dying. So I feel like I've been talking about death quite a lot lately.
Yeah.
Soz, this will be the last one for a little while until I find a really boss form of burial, and then I'll be back to death again. I found one recently. I'm like, no, not more death. Not for the second episode. But yeah, assisted dying. So trigger warning for anybody out there who might have lost somebody recently or have poorly themselves or maybe have their own beliefs on assisted dying and don't really want to listen to it. You have been warned. I'm not going to go into huge detail. I'm just going to talk about it a little bit. But guys, girls, and everybody in between out there, if those who are watching, if you do want to dib in with your own opinions on it as we go along, feel free. And I'll be asking Ry to read the comments in a little bit. So you need to keep an eye on them.
Uh-huh.
Also, because I'm really not very organised today, I need a T-shirt competition.
I knew it was coming.
So Ryan will think of a T-shirt competition. I'm so sorry. It's not supposed to be organised, this podcast, at the end of the day, is it? People like the disorganisation and the chaos.
Thank God.
So, assisted dying. How many countries do you think it's legalised in?
Oof.
Or about to be, or in discussions, but let's say legalised.
Well, there's, how many countries is this? The 206?
A lot.
I'm going to say 4.
4. What would you say, Cordelia?
I want to guess 7.
7?
Yeah.
No.
I reckon it's low.
It's about 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, some of those 10 they've got slightly different laws. So some of them are like, yeah, that's fine. If you want to die, just sign there. And there you go, take that.
That'll make your dream come true.
I mean, there's a bit more. You got to like,
Yeah.
you be assessed and everything, but that's it. Other countries, though, there's like really strict criteria. So some will not offer assisted dying for people with chronic mental health conditions.
Oh, yeah.
Although some countries are bringing that in.
Mm-hmm.
Some countries have got age restrictions. The Netherlands is 16. That's
Jeez.
young.
That's
Bloody hell.
brutal.
That's young.
I didn't even know what I wanted to do for a job. 16.
I was just shagging my way through life at 16. Really, shagging, drinking. Should have been studying. Hence why I didn't go to uni till I was 28. Turns out all right, didn't I?
Yeah, you've done all right.
Yeah, fine. But 16, I think that's quite young. Yeah, that's a big decision. And at 16, there's a lot of angst, isn't there?
Yeah.
You know, moody teenagers and just them hormones. How do you really, really, really know?
Yeah.
Unless, you know, I don't know, maybe you've had a really bad accident which has limited your mobility to a point where you just don't feel like you've got a quality of life.
Yeah.
Or, you know, you've got some kind of disease, deteriorating disease maybe. But that's young to make that sort of decision. So some of the countries included that have legalised it, some might be quite surprising. Spain, Belgium, the Netherlands, Canada, Australia and some US states. Now, Ireland are one of these.
No way.
Southern Ireland.
No way.
So it's not quite through yet. There's
Yeah.
certain things you can get over there, but they're basically negotiating and they're putting it all in place. And I think
No way.
there's certain criteria you can,
Yeah.
but you know they're getting all the rest of it tied up.
Yeah.
On the 29th of November last year, the UK Parliament had a free vote. Now, a free vote means that you're not necessarily tied to your political beliefs. So, as you know, Labour, Conservatives, Liberals, they all have their own sort of idea of how to run the country, the laws, how everything should be. And as a member of that party, you're expected, if you like, to support.
Your party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a free vote means it doesn't matter what your party's beliefs are on the subject, you can vote how you wish.
Got you.
So on the 29th of November last year, there was a free vote on assisted dying, and there was 5 hours of debate in the House of Commons and the House of Lords. Some really heart-wrenching stories and facts and figures. And there was a majority vote of 330 to 275 in favour of assisted dying. And there were really mixed reactions from inside and outside Parliament, and I've seen this. There was people outside with placards and all the rest of it. Some very much in favour, others really, really, really against it. And those who were in favour, the tears of joy and emotion were unbelievable. But then you had all the other people who didn't agree, and they were tears of sadness.
Yeah.
It was quite poignant, really, to watch. So this is not a law that's being passed. This is the first stage, basically. And so there's an awful lot of work needs to be done throughout this year. But hopefully, you know, they can discuss it further, drill down the nitty-gritty, the wording of the law and everything else. And hopefully it'll go through, but there is still a chance that it could be shelved. It might not actually happen. But this is a really good step in the right direction. And I think with lots of other countries out there legalising it and proving that it works, proving the concept, I don't really think we can be held behind much longer. I don't think we should be delaying this now. Esther Ranson's been on telly quite a lot. For those who aren't in the country, Esther Ranson was a journalist years ago, and she used to do TV programmes and stuff. And she was around on the TV when I was younger, in the 70s and 80s. She's like the Sunday night person on TV.
Yeah.
And she's got cancer. I think she's got lung cancer, end stage. And she's very much in favour of assisted dying. And she was there on the day, on the 29th of November, when this first stage went through Parliament. And she's overjoyed, but she's also quite sad because she doesn't think it's going to go through in time for her. And she's already signed up to Dignitas. Dignitas is in Switzerland, if you don't know already. And it's an assisted dying facility, and Jim wants to go. He said if he ever gets a terminal diagnosis or he gets to the point where he can't care for himself, he's going to go to Dignitas. And he's absolutely serious about it. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think anybody else, I'd be with them, supporting them, holding their hand and everything. I'm just not sure with Jim.
Yeah, because it's a one-way ticket to the end, isn't it? And it's,
But you'd be going out on a plane with your partner and coming home without...
yeah, you're putting a time and date on something that shouldn't have a time and date. It's a
But should it though? Actually, if
yeah.
you are very, very poorly, and maybe you haven't got full capacity, or you can't tend to your most personal needs like wiping your bum and all that kind of thing. Somebody who's quite proud or just doesn't want anybody else to do that for them. I can see why.
Yeah.
And if Jim decided to do that, of course I'd support him. It'd be really, really hard, but he'd only do it if he was really poorly.
Yeah.
He wouldn't just be like, right, okay, just got a cancer diagnosis, stage 2, fuck this shit, I'm off. Let's have a holiday for a couple of weeks in Switzerland and then I'll do the deed. Yeah, he'd only do it if he was really quite poorly.
Of course.
But not so far along where he was suffering.
Yeah.
This is his point, But I'm still not too sure. And I actually read this story of a lady who went over with her mum to Dignitas. There's always this risk that if you go with somebody, you could be arrested when you come home because you've gone over and assisted somebody to kill themselves. It's against the law, assisted dying in the UK. So you can be found guilty of being complicit to this. And there's a guy who had motor neuron disease years ago, and his wife came home and she was arrested. And it was very well documented. I don't know what happened to her now.
I think I read
I'm really
about that,
sorry
yeah.
that I haven't looked into that. That's really bad. This one lady went over with her mum on the plane, and this is what made me think about it. Her mum still had all of her faculties, even though she's very poorly, because you need to have your faculties to be able to sign to say yes and consent.
Yeah.
So they're chatting away on the plane, she's having champagne and all sorts, They go have a little holiday, and then she goes with her mum. She dies. And I don't know whether she just didn't look into it properly, whether she wasn't fully informed, whether there was a money issue. But she came home on her own on the plane. Her mum stayed where she was, and they did the cremation and everything. And she was DHL'd back to the UK. The ashes were sent back by DHL.
God.
I don't know how I'd feel about that. So what she said was she didn't realise she had the option to stay on and then bring the ashes back on the plane herself. I don't know why she didn't say, can I not bring her back? What's so funny? What?
Just imagine that.
DHL and the ashes back.
Yeah,
Thinking you've got a little goodies from Amazon.
Yeah,
Like your mum's ashes in
Are
a
you
box.
busy on Tuesday? Oh, can't be Mars coming on Tuesday. What, she died? Well, she did. She's coming home Tuesday.
That's it, yeah. Have a little reunion.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a bit cold, and I don't know. Death isn't obviously
Donna attempted to deliver. Imagine finding your man in the recycling bin.
Pass with the green bin.
Just lashed over the
In
back
the wheelie
fence.
bin. Oh my God. If it was every. Over the fence,
it'd be on the
in
roof.
bits on the floor.
Fucking hell.
Ash all over the
It
place.
fucking rammed through the letterbox, popped open, just ash all over. It fucking hoover me man up.
Oh my God, imagine the dog getting nails. Fucking dog full of ash when you come in. What have you been doing?
Shit out a lump of ash.
Oh, that tasted good.
Oh, God.
Anyway, so I understand the concerns around abusing the system, abusing the whole
Yeah, definitely.
euthanasia thing. I do get it. And, you have to think very carefully before you put anything like this in place. But, you've got to humanise this, really. You're an independent person who's lived an independent life, who's had full control over their life, you'd like to think. And at the very, very end, when it's really important, you don't have control over that. And an awful lot of people out there, they die in hospital or an environment that isn't their home, without the family around them, with health professionals, God love them, who are just not there because they haven't got time to be there. And unless you're in a hospice, palliative care in the NHS, they do their best, but it's not great. I'm really sorry. I've been there. I've seen it.
Well, it can't be, can it? 'Cause they've got so much.
They've got so much going on. And they do leave you on your own, to be with your family and all that. But it's not a nice place to die.
No, it's. I always remember me nan, and she ended up getting, the death rattle.
Yeah.
And when that started, me and my granddad were like, "What the fuck's going on here?" So we asked the nurse. She popped her head in. She went, "That's the death rattle. She hasn't got long left." And just fucked off.
God.
And we were like, "The fuck do we do with that information?"
It's just bad, isn't it? It's bad.
Yeah, it's like obviously nothing against the nurse. Like she probably sees it countless times a day.
But
She's
you know what? When I was a midwife and I had student midwives, I said to them, I said, if you ever get to the point where it's just a job, you need to really reevaluate.
Yeah.
And we had a couple, you know, and they just they rode on the bravado a little bit of being a midwife. And I'm like, it's not about that, it's not about you. And I'd say to them, even though this is your full-time job and you do it day in, day out, and I've delivered, I don't know, thousands, I think, 1,000 babies, loads, fucking loads. And it's easy to fall into the whole, you know, routine of it's another baby, it's another baby. You know, 3 babies a night sometimes on a night shift.
Yeah.
And I had to make those experiences individual and special for each person.
Of course you do.
And I say to the students, I said, even though you're doing this all the time, this is a life-changing moment that you're taking part of here. And it's a privilege to be allowed to witness this new life coming into the world. And even though you've seen it hundreds of times after years, it's still a first time or second time for that family.
Yeah.
And they'll remember you forever. So make it a bloody good experience, if you like, the best experience you can.
Used to do it with car sales. Like I'd done like 4 sales that day. The 5th person coming in, you'd be like, oh, fucking here we go again. And to me, it's just another order. But to them, it was like, could be someone buying the first brand new car or, you know, whatever. So it is. You've just got to treat everyone like an individual, haven't you?
So the nurses and doctors over in the hospitals, they are seeing it day in, day out. It's not nice, but, you know, it's a very important moment in that family's life, and they're going to remember the staff.
It must be hard for them, though.
It must be hard. I've toyed with the idea of being a death doula a couple of times. Do you know what a doula is?
Nah.
It's basically an assistant. So we have birth doulas. I used to work with birth doulas quite a lot as a midwife. And they're not midwives and they're not trained in the medical side, but they're often very good at the emotional and alternative side of things. So doulas are very much sort of hands-on, form a relationship with the person, the family. Birth doulas will help with different ways to get yourself through pain and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're good, really, really good.
So if like you came in and you were pregnant and you're on your own.
Yeah. Somebody would be with you. Yeah. But there's sometimes with you in the months leading up to the birth, and they can prepare you for home birth and stuff. They're really good. I enjoyed working with doulas. But there's death doulas, and there's such thing as a good death. There is such thing as a good death. Look at when we assist our animals.
Yeah.
And you see them just pass away peacefully. And you think, if there's ever such thing as a good death, that's it. Why can't we give that to our relatives? Why can't we do that? And I've talked about my nan before, and I did watch my nan die, and I loved my nan, and she had cancer. And if anybody out there has watched somebody die of cancer and deteriorate, it's the most horrendous thing to watch somebody you love literally waste away. It's a wasting disease, and a shadow of the former selves. And my nan wasn't proud, but she was beautiful. And right up until she was too poorly, she'd always have her hair done, you know, earrings and necklace to match, and, you know, her clothes were always nice, and she had her makeup on. She had rheumatoid arthritis, and her fingers were all like bent over to the side, but she still managed to do her nail polish. She was very proud. And the thought of my nan being in that hospital room, not looking like herself at all, not being able to look and feel the way she would have liked, dying in a room, in this awful, just grey room, with fucking buzzers going off left, right and centre, or, you know, everybody else is needing the attention. It was just horrible.
Yeah.
And, you know, when she was coming to the very, very end, I was almost begging her. For me and her, you know, just let go, Nan. Just let go. We're going to be all right. And she did later on that night. But I remember saying to my dad about 2 days before she died, my dad's obviously very religious, minister, etc. I said to him, if somebody gave me an injection now, I'd give it to her, because she was suffering. She had a morphine drip going.
Yeah.
They call them a morphine driver, and she was on as much as she could have, really. And I remember her just going, oh God, in her sleep or in her state. And I'm like, fucking hell, somebody give me a needle. Give me a needle. I'll give it to her right now. She can't suffer like this anymore. I said to my dad, you know, if somebody gave a needle now, I'd give it to her. And he went, no, it'd be murder. I went, Dad, how can you say that? How can you say that, watching your mum suffering like that? You know, when it's a time, and I was praying and all that, you know, getting himself through it, if you like, in the best way he could. Yeah. Anyway, on the day she actually died and we heard the rattle and and I was like, Nan, just go. My dad was really upset. And I asked him again. I said, if somebody gave you a needle now, would you give it to her? And he went, yeah.
Yeah, everyone's got the point, haven't they?
Yeah, he got to the point. So, I absolutely am in favour, having watched somebody I love just suffer so much and unnecessarily. We do need to revisit this, and thankfully, we're at the first stage in the UK where hopefully it's going to go through. I'll be really upset if somebody throws a spanner in the works and sets this back. There's a lot of people out there who are banking on this. There's people who've got motor neurone disease and lots of other life-limiting and diseases that will kill them in a very nasty way, who are banking on this going through. And if it doesn't go through, I can't even imagine how they must be feeling. Now, there's obviously people in the crowd on this day when it was going through Parliament who were against it, and they had placards, and they were crying. And they're pro-life, and maybe they're religious, or maybe that's just their belief. But I've got to think, otherwise I just don't know where they're coming from. I've got to think maybe they've not seen somebody die who's been that ill, because if they did, I'm sure they would not be standing outside Parliament saying this can't go ahead, pro-life and everything. Because once you've seen it, you can't be against assisted dying. You can't. So I'm keep my fingers crossed that this all goes through, and we can help our fellow man die humanely. We don't let our animals die like that, suffering. So why on earth would you let your nan? It's just unbelievable.
I know.
Right, before we go on to comments on there, have we got many comments?
Many. No.
Fucking hell, guys. Obviously, they're in agreement. What are your thoughts on that?
I agree with you. Sophie Lee said if it's terminal or bad enough, it might be the last thing they have control over.
Exactly.
Deciding, that they want this. Yeah, I agree with it. As you say, we do it for our pets, and no one bats an eyelid.
No.
So,
but I mean, good enough for King George.
Mm-hmm.
Good enough for me nan, if she's still here.
Yeah, same. I've done the same.
Yeah, it's time for change, isn't it? And it just made me sit up and think when I read about George V. Like, fuck off. The doctor give him a needle in the neck and offed him. King George V. That's a bit. Imagine that happening now.
I know.
Offing the Queen.
Mm.
I mean, I know she's dead, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, off the King.
Offing the Queen when she wasn't well. Maybe it happened. Maybe the royal doctor gave her a needle in the neck. Imagine being the person to do that, switching the Queen off. Fucking hell. Some responsibility that, like, isn't it?
Good night, love.
Yeah. I mean, back then, murdering the king. Treason.
Would you take a selfie afterwards? Just for yourself, like, do you know what I mean?
Like with the needle in your hand, like that.
Needle in.
I probably would,
She's like that in the chair. Oh my God. Just put the knight's helmet on. Off the statue.
Right, just in case anybody else has got something they want to say over there, I'm just going to give it a little break there. We're going to do our dangly bit. If anybody's got any comments, and we'll read them out afterwards, and then we'll do our fetish factoid. So,
jeez.
Excuse me, babe. Excuse me. I've got something that I've been looking forward to doing. You need to take your top off. Just your outer top, not your not naked. I mean, if you want to get naked, you can do. You can give your gay fans a little taste of what's to come on OnlyFans. Only flaps. Okay, so you see, if Cordelia wasn't so busy producing, we'd get her to do this as well. Ooh. I don't know whether Jacob would be very happy. Like, okay, so
best to err on the side of caution.
Okay. These are sticky, so you must watch your fingers.
Pardon?
Nipple tassels.
Okay.
So you need to put them there, obviously on your tits. Stick them on. really, really firm.
Shall
And we're going to twist them.
I take me top off?
No, because they'll stick to your body hair.
What, and you want them back?
No, but they'll... no, but they won't stick properly to your hairy chest.
Oh, there's one.
Yeah. Have you ever tried to twist nipple tassels, Cordelia?
I haven't, no.
You haven't? No. Don't watch. You looked at me then, terrified, as if to say, don't ask me to do it. I wouldn't.
Tuck me top in so it doesn't fucking... Oh, shit.
You need to really, really push them on hard. I bet you your top is one of those ones that won't stick on.
Yeah.
They're a bit wonky.
They are a bit wonky.
Are they? Oh, yeah.
Right, okay, so they're not...
They're
do
not
you know what?
sticking. I'm going to have to take my top off.
Okay. Ryan's getting his kiss off.
Woo!
I think they'll stick on mine.
At Liverpool podcast studios first.
Surprisingly not. No,
Am
I'm
I
not sure.
equal?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, Ryan's going to stop it!
Stop it.
It's a bit discombobulating, mate, I can't lie. Right, so, hey! They'll stick on better there, yeah, okay.
I feel like I'm drunk at an office party.
Okay, so we're going to stand up, Cordelia.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, come on, get up.
I don't know if they're stuck on.
Okay, we're going to twist them. Right, see if you can do it first. Show the masses what you can. I'm going to do it again. Like that.
Yeah, you got that.
That actually isn't the technique. That's a great
I've
technique.
got to pick one side.
Can you switch them the other way?
No. On one side.
So the actual technique is out in your knees. So you do that. Hang on. I can't do it now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One's going and one's not.
Woo!
So it's all on the knees.
I'd never have gone for that.
Stuck, that's why. Take my stupid fucking gloves off. Yeah. So I like your technique. I can't do your technique.
Angle it.
Hang on. Yeah, there you go. Right, so you do that. You put one arm up. One goes. Yeah, hang on, one's going. And then you get them both going.
Oh.
Hang on.
This is amazing to watch, by the way. This is not what I expected when I woke up this morning. Like,
You never know what to expect.
There you go. Well done. I'm dead impressed that you could do it. Yeah, we'll keep them on. Here's a picture of my nipple tassels. Oh, okay. Well done. You were dead good at that.
Thank you. I imagine it's harder with... Is it harder with boobies? I imagine.
Yeah, well, because they're a
they
bit more
swing
mobile,
as well.
aren't they?
Yeah.
So when you haven't got a bra on and you've just got nipple tassels on, I mean, I wouldn't do it now because my boobs are a bit lower than they used to be.
I'm fucking
So
freezing.
there'd be nipple tasseling around my crotch down there. But I did do burlesque years ago. That's why I can do my nipple tassels.
oh god.
So I actually did a burlesque show dance in the club years and years and years ago.
Did you?
Yeah, and as I was doing that, one fucking nipple tassel went flying off. I was just a nipple, just doing that round and round with no tassel on it. One tassel, one nipple, doing a little freestyle.
Oh my god.
Right, well done.
Thank you.
I was expecting you to fail miserably, but you did very well. But I liked the whole, it was like a little Elvis thing with the way you were doing it.
Little less conversation, little more.
Right, have I got any comments about assisted dying after the nipple tassel?
After that? I don't think so. Oh, these are like window wipers for my eyes.
Window wipers. Yeah. So, comments.
I feel like I'm peeping Tom. Looking through the blinds. No more. No more about assisted dying.
Everyone must be in agreement then.
Yeah.
Right, so before we finish, I am going to do our fetish factoids. I'm going to put my nipple tassels back on. I think they're quite good then. I think there's people out there watching me feeling my tits at the moment like that. Oh.
Guilty.
Stay sat down, right, just in case. I'm feeling myself live. Okay, so my freshest factoid today isn't necessarily a factoid. It is a little story. Don't think you've heard this story before. I think you have. If not, I've definitely told it recently. And it's about a guy that used to come into the club. I'm not going to say his name. And he wasn't eccentric, but, he was just like a little bit out there. Like your nipple tassels are like interlocked.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, mine keep falling off.
There we go.
So he used to come into the club and he used to like get himself involved in all sorts of mad stuff. And he was with a female partner. I think he was bi. And he liked to, how do I say this for a Monday morning? Fuck it. He liked to stick things up his arse, basically. And, unusual things. And me, as well as a few other people, had witnessed this guy putting something very unusual up his bottom. I wasn't there, like, watching him doing it. But when you're walking around the club and you're just checking for cleanliness and all the rest of it. So walking into a room, I know other members of staff have seen this as well. And I'm like, can I hear music? Because we had our own music in the background low, but I could hear other music. I was like, where's that music coming from? So I was going around, just tidying up, straightening things up and looking at the bin and everything. And I got over this fella who was our bunk room.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know, the bunk room is like a big, massive platform goes right across with a load of beds on it, and then like little caves underneath. And you go and
6
hide
on top,
away.
5 on the bottom, isn't it?
Yeah. Even on the top bunk, the music's coming from him, and I was about to tell him off and go, "Have you got your mobile phone on you?" And then I realised that the music was coming from his arsehole. Right? But that's not the only thing. I was like, can I see lights? So he's bent over, giving somebody else the time of their life, like oral.
Yeah.
His arse is in the air, and he's got a speaker up his arse with
fucking
lights
Drake
on
pills.
it, with disco lights on it. So there's a speaker playing fucking dance music from his arse with flashing lights. He's having a little arse disco. Honestly, I was like, what the fuck? And it had like a little tab, so it was easy to pull out. So it was like a tampon, but it wasn't a tampon. It was a speaker.
Yeah.
So you could just like get it out.
Change
There's
the
a
track.
proper fucking speaker. There's a speaker
No way.
with lights on it coming from his arse. I couldn't believe it. Little party for one in his arse.
That's impressive. Do you reckon you'd hear the music internally?
Yeah. Or you'd feel it. You'd feel it, wouldn't you? Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's probably really stimulating that.
On your prostate. I thought he was just having a little party for one because it was a quirk. He enjoyed the bass of his prostate.
Now we need to make a clit sucker that plays music. And like,
Ooh. Well, you can. The one that we talked about on here, it buzzes to music.
no.
Yeah. On your app, you can choose music and it pulses to the music. And it's an alarm as well. I mean, I don't know how you'd... Oh, no, it wasn't that one. That was the other one. That was the one that looked like a tongue that you stick in your knickers.
Got
You stick it in your knickers and then you can set it to vibrate
set
at like
it
8
to a
o'clock in the
certain
morning
time.
to wake you up.
I want to get one of them remote toy things.
The remote toys are good, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big one.
Wow, Cordelia.
yeah.
Did you have a
Big
coy
one,
last night,
that
love? Impressive, best than Dylan, that. Okay, now. So, yeah. Arse disco.
Yeah.
Mad though, innit? The
Yeah.
things people do.
Crazy.
Anyway, on that arse disco bombshell, we are gonna go.
Peace and love.
So, if you've binge watching, put the kettle on. We'll see you in 5.
I've
If
done the
not,
competition.
oh, fuck.
I've done it.
Have you?
Yeah.
Online?
Typed it, yeah. L1.
Right, okay. Sorry, hang on. Don't put the kettle on. I don't even know what the fucking competition is.
What's the brand of me watch?
The brand of your watch is either, I think it's an Amiga.
No.
Go on.
It's a Casio.
Casio.
Casio! Went for the cheap one today.
Very nice.
She's
You like
nice
your
though,
watches,
isn't she?
don't you?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Nice face.
Thank you so much for doing the competition in the background because I completely forgot.
Little stealth one today.
I'm pretty impressed with that. You did it online. I didn't even know. You're like that fucking fingers of fire.
Didn't want to interrupt.
Very good.
Yeah.
Right, Casio watch. Sorry, we are going to go in a minute. Have you watched Planes, Trains and Automobiles?
No.
Oh, fuck off, Rye.
No.
Watch Planes, Trains and
Okay.
Automobiles with Steve Martin and John Candy.
Hmm?
You haven't seen it?
No.
I haven't seen it.
Yes, God.
Sorry.
I don't
If you're
even know.
binge watching,
I'm really shocked. It's like the best Christmas film. It's not, and it's a film for any time of year, but Christmas. Okay, so
I'll watch it.
John Candy is a salesman, and he sells anything. And he needed to make money to get home, and he had a Casio watch on,
no way.
but it was a really bad Casio watch.
Like
It
the-
was like
the-
a digital one.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And he was trying to sell his watch, and he was like, "Yeah, sell me a watch. It's Casio." So now when I
Oh,
hear
what's that?
Casio, I just go Casio in my head.
I love sales films.
Yeah. Anyway, right. So, if you've been watching, you got anything else you want to say? Who won? Ale.
Ale, yeah.
Well done, Ale. Well
Go
done.
on,
He was on
lad.
Facebook before.
Are you just fucking straight in as well, bang
it? Yeah.
Casio, yeah.
Very good. He knows his watches.
He's right, Ale.
Yeah. The name like Ale, he's probably got a boss watch, hasn't he?
I reckon so.
Probably. He's a cool dude, I think, Ale. Yeah. If he's not a cool dude, he is now. I think I'd get
Cool
a cool
Ale.
name. Yeah.
If change your
Anyway,
name's Cool
right,
Ale.
third time lucky. Third time lucky.
Just switch it off.
Fuck off. If you've binge watching, put the kettle on. We'll see you in 5. If not, we'll see you next week. Mwah.
Love you, bye.